Hi guys, this is Zero, and today I have a super advanced meditation video on how to deal with a breakup. Okay, but this can also work for any loss in general, and I'll explain in this video. Now, one thing I want to point out is that this is a super advanced meditation video. Okay, so if you would not consider yourself at a super advanced level, I would strongly recommend that you increase your awareness, or you increase the level at which you practice meditation until you would consider yourself at a super advanced meditation level. Okay, or else you will not be able to do this, or you might barely able to do this, but you most likely will not you know have the desired effect that I would intend you to have if your meditation and awareness is not up to a certain level. Okay, now don't feel left out if you are not. I have plenty of other videos on meditation in general, and mindsets and stuff like that related to relationships or breakups. Okay, but for right now, I'll go ahead and get started. So I call this technique death awareness. Now, there could be some other mainstream name for this technique, or some kind of name some guru or somebody gave this a long time ago, but no one has taught me this. I have not read anything about this, so I kind of learned this by myself. So I'm just gonna call this death awareness. Okay, now one thing to notice. So when we die, when the soul dies, and I'm going to be speaking a little bit slower, and this video might be a little bit longer because of the complexity uh, that needs to be digested in this video. Okay, so when we die, we are losing all our attachments. The ego is forced to detach from everything all at once. Okay, so if we feel like a bad breakup was tough, okay, this is absolutely nothing compared to the pain the soul experiences when we die. Right, when we die, we're forced to detach from everything. This includes every single bond that we formed with everyone throughout our lives. Okay, we form a bond with everyone subconsciously throughout our whole life. Okay, this does not necessarily mean romantic relations, or close family and friend relations. Okay, we form a bond with everyone. Okay, subconsciously. Okay, so, and then also there are other things that we detach from when we die. Okay, so this can include every single experience we've had, every single emotion that our ego is attached to. We kind of are forced to leave behind. Okay, for example, if we've enjoyed really good foods throughout our life, okay, or we're currently enjoying good foods, present or past, we're forced to completely leave that behind. Okay, and our ego could be attached to that enjoyment there. Or let's just say we really like the place we live, or we really liked a place that we have lived in the past, or some kind of vacation home or somewhere you visited. You're forced to detach from all this. Okay, you're forced to detach from a lot of stuff all at once when you die. Okay, that's why the saints, a lot of the the original saints say this material world, this material illusion is just filled with suffering in the long term. Okay, because you're just creating attachments more and more, most likely, and it's just causing more mental suffering, because that's all the attachments do. Okay, for those of us who are aware. Now, a breakup, most likely for those of us in the modern civilized first world, or even those of us who are not in the first world, but just live in a civilized part of society, a breakup is most likely, or a loss is most likely, the highest form of suffering this material world has to offer. Okay, there are some more extremes, like extreme starvation or torture or something like this, but most of us thankfully do not have to go through this in these days. So I'm going to be focusing on the breakup or loss. Now, so we need to understand that why a breakup or loss is so important, right? Because our ego is attached to one of the three, or attached to all three of our lower chakra experiences, right? Which is, our physical experiences, our emotional experiences, and our superficial mental experiences. Okay, the bottom three chakras, respectively, earth, water, and fire. Now, so like I just said, it hurts like a breakup or a loss because we are forced to especially if it was like something like a bad breakup, where your physical attachment just got removed from that person, your emotional attachment just got removed, and your superficial mental attachment just got shattered. Okay, especially if this person just kind of left you like some, like used garbage bag or something like this, and most likely this is all not going to make your ego feel that great. Okay, so this is painful, right? Or it could be for the ego. Now, the meditation technique in general. So, if you're somewhat at that more advanced level, when you sit down, and I would strongly recommend that you get in whatever position you find is most comfortable. If it's sitting, whether crisscross or in a lotus position, that's fine. Whether it's lying down, that's fine. If you lie down, try to avoid a bed because you'll fall asleep, but just lie down. Also, ideally with your eyes closed. Okay, so sit with your eyes closed and just imagine. And like I said, I'm kind of saying all this on the premise that you have some kind of awareness, strong awareness built up already if you are super advanced, or if you are somewhat advanced. Okay, so just imagine that you're so, and this is a practice over time. Okay, this is not just gonna one time 5 minutes and this is gonna work. This is like a thing you have to do pretty often. So just imagine that you are leaving your body today. Today, right on the spot, you are leaving your body and never coming back. Okay, most likely, and do some breathing while you're doing this, and kind of sit on this for about 5 or 10 minutes, and just accept that your mind will start throwing at you, because it's starting to, after it starts to calm down your mind, it will start throwing at you like all the stuff that it's attached to. For example, if you're meditating in your house, the first thing it will probably do is tell you, oh man, like, I'm in my house right now. So you would have to, let's just say, detach from your house. Okay. Then you would have to detach from everyone that's living in your house. Okay. So your mind, it's going to start throwing at you when you kind of imagine, you leaving your body. And it's not just, it's like, oh, you just think of yourself leaving your body and, everything just starts flowing in. You might have to, you're going to kind of go back and forth. Okay. Like you're going to tap into the awareness of, let's just say you left this body, and then you'll kind of come back to here as your mind gets a little bit more restless. But slowly over time, especially if you're able to sit for more and more periods of time, you'll be able to kind of see slowly over time, okay, these are all the attachments, especially on a day-to-day basis, that I'm attached to, and I don't realize how much I'm attached to that I am. For example, the house you're living in, the car you're driving, the people in your family, any relations you have, the reasons why you're attached to all these different things. Okay. Now, it's strongly recommend you start detaching from these things. Okay. By accepting you losing these things for whatever purpose these things your ego finds value of. Okay. That's one thing. Now, nextly, slowly over time, at the beginning, when you first start this practice, you're going to notice the stuff that's on a more day-to-day basis. But then you'll start to notice the deep, deep stuff in your subconscious that you've shoved down for some time now. And when that happens, your ego could have a defense mechanism of just shutting that down. But because your awareness has expanded, your awareness is like, no. I found it. Let me, fish it out. Okay. And I would accept you fishing this out. It might bring up some thoughts and emotions. That's wonderful, because you're able to, express and, accept these thoughts and emotions and get them out. Okay. For good. So you're going to slowly over time, you're going to see that, okay, I'm able to accept, the thoughts and emotions related to X, Y, and Z things, right? Let's just say, now this is where the breakup and the loss thing comes in. Let's just say, it's been a little while and you had, a breakup, some years back, 5-10 years back, or even 2-3 years back, whatever. Even if it was way longer, 20-30 years back, okay, that you still reminisce from time to time. Over time with this meditation technique, you just imagine yourself, fully tapping into that awareness of the soul leaving the body. one day, especially if you focus on it heavy enough, your awareness will be able to connect to that awareness of that specific breakup, especially if you know try harder and harder. And if you're a little bit more advanced, you'll be able to recognize, okay, you know, if I'm leaving this earth, what about that specific breakup or something was I so attached to? Okay, was it more the physical elements? Was it more the emotional elements? Or was it more the superficial mental elements? Okay, I'll give you a quick example. Let's just say you're with someone, you know, attractive, okay, and had a great personality. So some of the physical benefits could be, let's just say, you know, this person was attractive. This person, caused, sexually, they were, satisfying you or something like that. The emotional could be, let's just say, you know, their personality was good. You felt a lot of, you were able to express, a lot of emotions with this person that you were not able to express with, anybody else throughout your life. And the mental, superficial, this person, provided some kind of mental validation for you that nobody else has ever had. Okay, now I'm just giving some hypothetical example here, but I think you guys get the point of what I'm trying to say. So if you're able to use this technique to dive deeper and deeper into, what it's like for the soul to leave this body, and see the big things like a breakup or some kind of loss, what exactly you were so attached to that thing about, and then start detaching and accepting. And then as you do that, you become aware of more and more layers of that attachment, and then the process repeats. This can really help you out a lot. Okay, so I think I've covered what I needed to cover in this video. If you have any questions or comments related to this, feel free to let me know. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much.